Well, what do we have here? Dear Dr. Tingle, my customer seems to have overdosed on tingles and died. Can you please do your ASMR doctor thing and bring them back to life? I'd hate to lose a customer. Fondly, the Tingle dealer. Well now, my little Tingle chunky corpse. It seems that you had a little too many tingles and not enough sleep. And now you've been dumped on my door. That is a doornail. And the Tingle dealer expects me to bring you back to life. Well, let's see what we can do, shall we? Oh, my little corpse. We might as well take a look at you to start. Though I can already tell from the look of you you're quite dead, but we might as well be sure. So, just settle these on in. And we're just gonna lean in close and listen for our heartbeat. Nothing. 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 Completely flatlined. Like I thought, you're terminal because you're dead. But to make sure you're just not in an ASMR coma, because I do know what kind of tingles that dealer deals out, and they can be very intense. We're going to make sure that you are very, very dead. So you won't mind if I take your arm here and just listen for a pulse and feel for one. There isn't one. Let's check the other arm though, shall we? Take that here and we're just gonna give that a good old feel. Feeling if there's any blood flowing through those veins whatsoever. Dead. Just like I thought. Well, my little cold friend, I'm just gonna look very close to your neck real quick. I just want to make sure that I don't see any signs of bites. You know, the vampires are out and about this time of year, so I want to make sure that they didn't get their hands on you, because I don't feel like you waking up and biting my face off in the middle of this exam, so yeah, okay. Well, at least you're not a vampire. If I can get you back to life, you might be a zombie. Yeah. It really depends on your definition of modern medicine or necromancy. 6 one way, half dozen the other, I say. But let's make sure you are truly, really dead. So this thing, and I don't even know why I'm explaining it to you, but this is a skin scraper. It's not even that sharp, but I'm still gonna poke you with it because it might hurt a little bit and it might wake you up if you're in that tingle coma. So poke, 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 poke. Oh boy. Take my fingers here and I'm just gonna open up that eyeball. And ooh, look at that. That is glazed over. Glazed over. Whoosh. Yeesh. That must have been some tingle hat you took. Let's open that other eye. Take a look. Ooh. I didn't even barely see any color of your iris anymore. Wow. I'm wondering if those tingles actually fried your ocular nerve. Since you are dead, you won't mind if I take a closer look. For scientific purposes, we're just gonna scooch real close and look inside there. Wow, those must have been some powerful light triggers they hit you with. This thing is fried like a French fry all the way back, crispy right into the brain. Wow. Jeez. Let's check the other one. If that eye was that bad, I expect this one to be the same. Oh, wow. Yeah, those must have been some really, really intense light triggers. Because your ocular nerve is basically vaporized on this side. So, if we can't get you back to life, we are definitely going to be replacing both of those eyes. But right now, I'm not holding out any hope, to be completely honest. Where did it go? But like anything in medicine, we persevere. So, let's just make a line with our pinwheel on your forehead. I'm just gonna we're just gonna gently make that line all around the cranium. Alright. And then we're just gonna go and tap, good. Tap, tap, tap. Couple more spots around the head. Just reach over here. Yeah, there we go. Yep. And there it is. Alright, now I should just be able to reach over here. Just hold your chin, grab the top of the head. Just wiggle a little bit. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And twist and unscrew. Unscrew, 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 unscrew. And that should just pop off your skull cap right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to reach right inside of that skull of yours and pop out that brain. Let's see what this baby looks like here. Wow. Look at that. You must not be dead for very long, as your brain, minus the brainstem here, seems to be fairly well intact. Why don't we just go ahead and split that right open and make sure that everything inside is where it's supposed to be. So we have your frontal lobe here and the pituitary gland right down there. Isn't it neat to see the inside of your own brain? And we have the parietal lobe, the corpus callosum, the thalamus, the hypothalamus, the amygdala, the temporal lobe, the pons, the medulla oblongata, the cerebellum, and the occipital lobe. and the hippocampus, which all look to be exactly where they are supposed to be. But we are just going to brush out the inside of your brain. Just to make sure. Don't worry. We'll get the other side too. Want to make sure that's all nice and clean when we stick it back in your head. And so that if we can get you back to life, it should work properly again. Alright. So let's get your brain put back together. I'm just going to just like that. There we go. We want to make sure that your lobes are all lined up. And now we're just going to give your brain a little massage to help stimulate everything back in between those ears, which we're going to have to get to, because I know that those tingles probably fried those ears, just like they fried your eyes and they fried this little brain of yours. This little brain. And at least it's not smooth. You have all these lumps and bumps and ridges and canyons. We have to massage it though. Really like squeeze your brain, squeeze your brain, squeeze your brain. And we can even pull it apart and put it back together. Like we're flexing the brain. Flexing the brain. Now after this revitalization, you probably won't be able to live without a daily dose of tingles. Because once you overdose on tingles, there really is no cure. You know, because once you overdose on tingles, there really is no cure. You're kind of hooked for life. So you'll just get this brain massage instead. And we'll just get into every little nook and cranny. In fact, we will get our acupressure tool and we will do a little acupressure on your brain to make sure that it's quite stimulated so we can poke and wiggle and poke and wiggle, poke, wiggle, poke, wiggle, poke, wiggle, poke and wiggle, poke and wiggle. We really want to get those ASMR neurons stimulated. And we want to make sure that when you do come back, you can feel every single tingle again, just like it was the first time. And now we're going to continue with another tool. And then we're just gonna gently massage your brain. Massage that tingle-addicted brain of yours. Even though you're not even alive right now, I bet you can feel this, like electricity running through your brain. Probably making you want to come back. Probably making you hear my voice from far away, telling you to come back to life. You can't feel the tingles from the grave. You can't feel the poke and wiggle, poke and wiggle, poke and wiggle. And we're just going to go back and massage that brain again. Getting nice and ready to come back to life. And once we get this all warmed up and ready to come back, we're going to work on that heart. And then we will place those eyes and take a look at those ears. Let me make sure there's nothing we have to do there. Let's get the underside. I'm really gotta get in there and massage that brain. There we go. Okay, so let's get this brain of yours put back in that skull, shall we? Alright. So hold still. When am I saying you're dead? You can't move. And we're just gonna give that a couple of tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Good to get that all settled inside that skull again. Alright, well, I am going to take a look at those ears of yours to see how badly that tingle dealer fried them. Oh wow, oh wow. This might be the worst case of tingle ear I've ever seen in my life. Let's check the other side, and this one is just as bad. Oh my gosh. I know you are dead and can't hear me, but all those ASMR sweet nothings being whispered into your ears has caused you to develop what we call cotton candy ear, which means all those sweet, sweet whispers from ASMRists have caused your ears to start spitting cotton candy instead of wax, which means your ears get all clogged up with sweet, sugary goodness that just leaves you craving more and more tingles. And because you're dead right now, you won't heed any of my advice. You'll just keep watching ASMR until those ears are so full of cotton candy, you might as well be at the circus. But I am a doctor. And we have tools to take care of this. Well, let's see if we can pluck some cotton candy out of those ears of yours. So I'm just gonna come over here real quick. Use my light and wow. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting, just a tool job, yeah. Oh, it's so sticky. Let's see. Well, can't let it go to waste. Even more. And another piece. And another. Oh wow. Look at this big ol' clog of cotton candy ear you had. Well, more for me, I guess. But let's take a look. I'm just gonna grab my otoscope now and take a look inside those ears. Well, one ear. And we're just going to slip this right inside. Okay, looking pretty good now. Nice and clear. No more cotton candy here. But the other side is still in need of a deep cleaning. And you're still dead. So you won't even notice. I won't even have to be gentle if I didn't want to, but I will be. Look at that. Just like that. Only got a little piece that time. Oh. We may be able to dislodge a very large chunk again. It's possible. It looks like I'll be able to get it out all in one piece. Maybe. Look at that one. Wow. Well, can't say the side effects aren't beneficial sometimes. But why don't we go ahead and look in that ear now? Just gonna grab my otoscope and gently take a look inside. Okay, look at that. Nice and clear. So, that should be good to go once we get that heart kicking again. But we still have some work to do before you are ready to come back to life, my friend, including those eyes. So if you would just hold still, I'm just gonna come through and that eyeball out. since it's no longer working anyway. And we are going to go to my favorite thing, jar of eyeballs. Pick out some new ones for you. Yeah, I think these two will work just fine. Let's see. New eyeballs for you. Nice and squishy. Pretty bouncy too. So let's just go ahead and just open that eye and that right in. Good. And let's get that other eye out real quick. We're just gonna come in and just 1, 2, 3. And that right out. And we're gonna get this new one right in for you. Alrighty. If there's anything else we need to do. Your skull cap. Let's just grab that and we're gonna just twist this back on with a twist, 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 and twist. Good. I also think as a extra precaution, I'm going to install a new funny bone in you. As well, never hurts to have a little extra humor. So we are just going to look up your nose real quick. Looks like there's some space, so yeah, that should fit. You're not gonna feel this anyway. Hold still. Right up the nose. You'll never even feel it. Alright. I think it is almost time to bring you back to the land of the living, my friend. So, let's give that heart a couple of thumps. Thump, thump, thump. 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 Good. And the real fun happens when we get some electricity involved. So we're just going to stick one end up your nose, and then we're going to stick the other end in your ear, just up here, okay? And these ends are connected to an extremely powerful battery, which is going to kick on in 3, 2, 1. And zap your brain a little bit. And we're going to zap it one more time so we can get those eyes to flutter open. 1, 2, 3, and... Oh, wait a minute. Did I see a switch? Do we have a heartbeat? Let's take a listen and see if I worked some magic. And oh, it's faint, but it's there. Yep. Oh yeah. we have a heartbeat. So, my little tingle zombie that you are now, I'm gonna let you just rest and relax and slowly come back to the land of, well, the semi-living. And if you want to fall asleep and not die, but fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep, feel free. And I'll come check on your little tingle zombie self later. So just rest, relax, and sleep.